Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work, work. Let go and earn more pay. Hard work, work. Put the boots on and lace them up. Hard work, work. Another day to work. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. Hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work, work. Move on now. Hard work, work.
Hard work, work. Hey, we want to welcome everybody to another edition of We the Vets podcast, formerly known as For Veterans by Veterans. I am one of your co-hosts, Mike P. We got my man Jay from the Parts of Unknown, and we got my man Walton all the way from the great state of the Big Red Elephant. What's up, fellas, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, what it do, fella?
Man, everything lovely on my end, man. Sunny Florida, 90 degrees outside, man. Probably about 85, 86 right now, man.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
sun, the wind blowing a little bit, man. We just enjoying life.
Right.
Yeah, man. So before we get going, man, so today our sponsor is WellChart Management. So WellChart is a healthcare company that is educating not just individuals, but families and also other organizations about COVID-19, also about health issues, you know, and they have invented a card that we'll have on next week, and it's called the Record Protector. So we'll have that on next week. You can go check them out at wellchart.org. Want to thank y'all for being our sponsor this week. All right, fellas. So, you know, it's time to go ahead and jump into it, man. It's rant time, man. You know, it's rant time. So we're going to start off from the great state of Alabama, man. What you got?
Man, I want to talk about education. And not this, you know, I know a lot of us, or a lot of y'all, exclude myself, got these degrees, these fancy degrees and everything, but like my elders used to tell me, you can't find common sense in a book. So we talking about educating yourself about common knowledge, or just being well-rounded about some things. And from another thing I learned was about ignorance. You know, everybody has some type of ignorance, and you can cure ignorance with this type of education. You ain't got to get all too in-depth, but just enough for you to understand. Understanding is not agreeing, but it helps us get along with one another. Just like we got different types of origins, backgrounds, and religions and such, you know, but we can still live peacefully amongst one another. It's just an understanding, not necessarily an agreement. And some of those things is about can be as simple as what type of foods you eat. And we went over that for a couple of weeks about the different type of foods and things that we got to change into as vets now that we out of the military and we don't have the same diet. We don't have the same lifestyle. So we went over that the last couple of weeks. And also this week, what's come up is about people mirroring their values and their principles by the way they live. You know, there's got to be a method to the madness. No matter what anyone think about you, whatever, it shouldn't matter what you think. It's how you live that they start to learn. Okay, this guy or this woman has their head, you know, on straight, and they, you know, they on the way to get what they doing. They got their mind made up. But one thing I wanted to touch on that's pretty touchy, and we need to talk about it more because I have an ignorance of it, and that's this transgender issue. And there's a whole lot of things I don't understand about it, and there's a lot of myths. There's a lot of things I heard, not enough to repeat to say that I know this for certain. and I don't have a lot of reliable resources. And what I'm asking for anyone to do, especially transgenders themselves, is to help us out here, help us understand what you're going through, what you got going on, because lately there's been some incidents where women's sports has been pretty much taken over by said transgenders, and that's been it's been confusing because people want to support these people in their choices, but when it comes to these certain people beating up their biological born daughters, it's like, wait a minute, I didn't see this coming. And it's like, where do you draw the line? Where is the where do we get off at with this thing? Because it's serious. It's real serious, and no one wants to talk about it because it's we got jobs, we got reputations, stuff like that. We see what's happening to this cancel culture type thing or whatever. They want to take you out when you say something. But I'm asking for just any type of information that can help me understand what's really going on. So that's my take on it.
And Walt, I'm right there with you. I think, but I don't just think I think it's a lot of people, like, because you're not in those shoes, you just don't know, and you're right, you're ignorant to it, and a lot of times you will say some stuff that's unhumane, and so we all got to get educated on it. We never know, what's going to be in our bloodline down the line, or what's in our family right now.
Right.
So, especially being, people come to us and we want to make sure that we are educated on the topic. So I'm right there with you on that one there, man.
All right.
What? Yeah, see, both of y'all looking at me. Nah, I'm playing, man. I agree. But I do want to kind of touch on what I know we're gonna get into that topic here shortly, but I do want to tie in, piggyback off of what you guys was talking about with the.
No, we can jump into it. You can lead it off.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me get mine out. Wait a minute. And it goes right in line with what we're talking about with the ignorance and the miseducation, I guess you would say. Just trying to be more educated, I guess. And Walt's got a good approach to it. Hey, let's ask for some guidance, some help, so we can figure this thing out. Try to understand one another instead of throwing stuff out there and not seeing where the other side is coming from. So I'm definitely with that. And I think we need to use that in all cases as well, not just, this particular topic we're getting ready to get into, but with everything. I think that's what the problem is with the world today right now, is we don't try to at least attempt to see where the other side is coming from. We just jump out there and say some crazy stuff, and then other side might have a decent point of view, might have might be all right, and we just didn't take the time, because in this point in age, if you're coming up and you're ignorant, you're willfully ignorant, because you can ask somebody like we're trying to do, or you can do some research or something like that. Hopefully you're vetting these places you're researching these topics at, but that's another subject. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so our first topic today, we're gonna talk about transgender Lia Thomas from Penn University, I believe. I think it's Penn University. Swimmer. Lia won the I think it was the freestyle, or Lia's the champion in the freestyle, and Lia is transgender. And so the huge debate has been, Should Leah be participating with the women's sports, or should Leah be participating with the men's sport? So the Washington Post, the New York Post, and the Washington, might be the Washington Post too, I think, or the Washington Herald.
New York Post and Washington, New York Times, and then the Washington Post.
Yeah, New York Times, Washington Post. Bam, got them mixed up. Both of them did a story about transgenders and competing in different areas. And so there was a major debate going on about it right now. And even Sports Center, they did a topic on it earlier this week. So fellas, I just want us to talk about it, just kind of, touch it a little bit, man, kind of see what our thoughts is, what your guys' thoughts are about, the transgender, and as far as when it comes to athletics, so should they compete with the women or should they compete with the men? So if it's a transgender from male to female, and they haven't, and I believe from what I've been reading, Leah has not fully transitioned over. So should Leah be able to participate with the men or the women? What are your guys' thoughts?
No.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be, and once again, if we're wrong, please help us to understand. But I think if you're still transitioning and you still have, things going on there as far as producing testosterone, that does give you an unfair advantage. It does. It just by a lot. I ain't no scientist, but I'm just assuming that's how it is. You still have that testosterone hormone that's giving you an advantage over your other competitors. So I'm not so sure that would be that's fair.
Right. I mean, you may have certain feelings and a certain perception of yourself, which other people can learn to understand or respect, but the laws of physics still apply, people. I mean, we can't, I might feel froggy, but I can't go grabbing the big show like I can handle them or something, despite how I feel. It's just the laws of physics still apply. So when y'all have to come untie me looking like a pretzel, you might give me that same speech like, hey, because you feel that way, because you feel like you froggy, might not want to act on it. And see, if the guy is, guys are generally physically strong, and this is like a scientific thing. This is what we grew up learning. You can't reverse all these things that are scientifically proven over and over and over again. I'd say if either you can just do like the boxing do, with your class, instead of a gender, making it a gender thing, make it a class thing. There's a way to measure strength and whatnot. Because come on, I mean, if you're in transition, you're not losing the muscle you've gained up to now. You still, whatever you got, you still got it. So if you're going up against another woman, despite if she's in the same weight class as you, yeah, it's gonna be like a Rottweiler on a Chihuahua.
All day and twice on Sundays.
Right.
And also in the article that I read, a lot of Leah teammates feel uncomfortable, and they were talking about how, in the locker room where they're getting undressed, Leah is getting undressed and not hiding, the male parts that are still there. And Leah is attracted to women. So just basically from the article, it sounds like that Leah gets excited, in these locker rooms, and and Leah teammates, the I think they call them cis the girls, original girls, like I said, we need some help with this too, but they feel uncomfortable in this situation, and they feel like Leah should be moved to another locker room. So, gentlemen, if you're the coach of this swimming team, like what do you do? What do you do?
The coach, where the parents at? I seen the parents on TV cutting the fool about wearing some masks. But you don't have no problem with this man, Johnson hanging out around your daughter. I mean, what's going on? Like, this ain't even making sense. And this goes back to what I was saying about mirroring your values and your principles. Like, you went crazy. You went ape crap over a mask. But this dude is in the shower butt naked with your daughter. Right before or after he whooped her behind. And you okay with this? Like, yeah. Coach is trying to keep their job, I guess. I don't know. With the parents, where y'all at? That's what I want to know.
Maybe you got the mask in the wrong spot, man. Maybe the mask in the wrong spot, man. Maybe the mask shouldn't be on the face.
Man,
Oh Lord.
I'm serious.
They'll fight you about that mask now.
Yeah, they ain't going to him about the mask. I'm just saying, whatever you believe in, it should cater over to the next subject, the next topic, next issue. Hey, I felt this way about the mask, and this is right, this is wrong, and this dude Johnson hanging out around my daughter, this is how I feel about this. It shouldn't change.
Oh, my chest hurt.
It shouldn't change.
Come on, Fred Sanford, man. Come on, Fred.
All right, man. Hold on, dog. Hey, man, you have to unload like that, man. You have to do like that. Oh man!
Stop.
All right, man. Look, if I was the coach, I have to do some type of separation, man. But I'm with Walt when he says, where it was the parents, why them parents haven't made this an issue. I think a lot of the teammates of Lia have spoken off the record to this these reporters, and made these complaints in I guess described in the articles. So I'm pretty sure the coach has heard of this before, and we're not trying to, we don't want to alienate the team, you know what I'm saying? So of course we would try to make some adjustments. I mean, they've already made the adjustment to having this person on the team while they're transitioning, which is a big step for most organizations and colleges and things of that matter anyway. But hey, we can't do this in the locker room now. Come on now. Now this is going too far. Now it's more than one person. The team is more than one person. What, Pat, you told us earlier in the article it was 36 members on that team.
It's 35 players on the swimming team. 35 swimmers on the swimming team.
Swimmers. And you have one person, we're making accommodation for. So I would assume we need to try to make some accommodation for the rest of the team as well, to make them feel comfortable, especially when you're talking about essentially physically a male being in the female locker room. So
right,
we'll have to make an adjustment there. Not trying to be, funny or whatever, but it is what it is. Like,
right. And and in the locker room, man, it's different. I ain't saying different good. I ain't saying different bad. It's different. My first year I got into high school coaching, I had a female that played football, and she was one of my best players, man. I loved having her around, but we knew that we couldn't, and she also knew, like, she couldn't be in the locker room when it's dressing time with the boys, like everybody understood that situation, and so, and if we were away and she had to use the bathroom, all the boys knew that they had to leave that locker room until she was finished. You know, and so that was something that we addressed early, and we also addressed it with her parents, you know, because we wanted to make sure that, you know, nothing inappropriate and everybody felt comfortable to be themselves. You know, so that was the way we handled it, and it worked out. And you know, she ended up graduating high school. She turned into one of the girliest girls that you would ever meet. I was like, oh man, I like when you were my defensive tackle. You know, now you wearing lipstick and makeup and all that. And she was like, Coach, I'm still me. I'm still me. I said, yeah, you are. You know, so that's the way we handle it.
Yeah.
So, you know, the coach up there, man, you know, you got to do something, man, you know, because your players, they go into the press.
Yeah. And you're not teaching this person, Lia, a valuable lesson on, you know, what sports is all about. It's about competition. This is not a fair type competition. You don't have the Tampa Bay Bucks playing, you know, your favorite high school team. It's a reason. You know, you can't get a good competition, and you know the Tampa Bay can't celebrate beating this little high school team. And I don't feel that this person is getting the you know, the moral, you know, character out of sports as they should. It seems to me it's more proving a point than it is building character, what sports does. So I think that it's taken away from what sports means and what it brings, and you know how people are inspired by it, because the whole subject of, like, wait a minute, that, you know, for people who don't know, it's like they're looking at this as a guy, you know, just handling this woman, and they don't, you know, that's taking over the whole
conversation.
Oh yeah, the whole conversation about it. It's the real thing going because of this issue about who's a good athlete and who's, you know, a good winner, you know, and learning from their losses and getting better and stuff like that. Because this person out here is just handling everybody.
Right. All right, well, fellas, I think we don't spend enough time on that, man. We done tap danced on it. So our next topic, man, is something that, you know, we kind of familiar with, you know, and it's representing our brand. But the Army football player, you got 6 Army football players that went on spring break, and they was having a good time, and 6 of them had a little bit too good of a time, and they ended up overdosing on fentanyl-laced cocaine. Now, fellas, we was all in the Army, and we went through some tough training, but I can't never remember thinking that things got so stressful I needed some cocaine.
Look, I don't know about that. What I will say is this fentanyl is getting out of hand. We've lost some now 6 soldiers. We lost some famous actors, some famous musicians. This is getting out of hand. We gotta, you know, I guess we had the opioid epidemic, opioid crisis. I guess we got a fentanyl crisis. We got to get after this and treat it with the attention it needs, because this is getting ridiculous.
Right.
It's getting out of hand, man.
Well, unreal, man. I got so many questions. I can't, you know, I don't want to be the pot calling the kettle black, but just some choices, man. I question. You know, anybody can question me about mine. I got some answers, but this fentanyl thing, man, I don't deal with this type of stuff. So if I hear about it, if I know about it, I'm sure that if you were involved in that type of activity, you've got to know something about it. I don't know how to rectify this situation other than just leaving it alone completely, but leaving cocaine alone completely. But this stuff has been killing folks for the longest, and like it's extremely fatal and dangerous. So I'm not understanding, like, why would you take these chances? This is there's no coming back from that. There's no, like, just, I don't know how many people are still alive to say, well, I won't do that again, because this stuff is just that dangerous.
And so let me ask you this. So is this like, this is the question I got. Is this a one-time, like, dare, or is this something that they've been doing, repeatedly?
For 6 of them, I doubt this is their first time. Or of the 6, maybe there's a couple that is the first time. But somebody's been doing this,
But I mean,
somebody had to introduce it.
Right.
It's in everything, though. People are late. I mean, Omar from, well, I know his name, not Omar, but the brother from The Wire.
Michael.
His drug of choice was laced with that heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of drugs are, I guess people are trying to lace it with fentanyl or whatever now. And
Get that. That's something I really got to research. What is the thing about putting fentanyl in anything that's okay? Not rooting for the drug dealers or whatever, but okay, you got a clientele. Why would you want to do something that would end up killing them off?
Right.
I don't understand what's going on.
That's killing your money.
Right. This doesn't make sense.
So that's something we gotta research, and if we got any drug dealers out there, hey man, just DM us, let us know. If you want to come on the show and talk about it, not drug dealers, I'm sorry, if you got any scientists, if there are any scientists out there, please come on the show. Let's talk about it, or DM us, kind of, help us out. Help us out, because, inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, man.
I mean, I don't. I heard about some other things they mixed it with. I'm just wondering what went wrong there, because that fentanyl, you ain't gonna make no more money.
Right.
It's a wrap, man. You ain't gonna make no more money.
It's a wrap, So, all right, so fella, hey, talking about a wrap, there was a bill that was just passed, and you have a group of people that they are done. It's a wrap. This daylight saving time, this changing, they done with it. All right, it's gonna be daylight all the time.
Right.
Okay, ain't no more change, ain't no more going back. Now, this is the question I got for y'all. The flex, we talking about changing time. We ain't talking about going and buying no car. We ain't talking about buying no house. We talking about changing time. This is a major flex. We talking about time. The only person really we know control time is God, but we got these people really think that they can control time. So, fellas, what y'all take on it, man?
Hey, go ahead, Walt.
I found it interesting talking about time, man. One of the astronomers came on there and said time has changed, and that a minute is no longer 60 seconds. It's like 61, 62 seconds now. And he went on to describe certain things that's been slowing time, or speeding it up. Things. One of the things that I definitely remember was he was talking about herds of animals. Wildebeest, zebras, and all these other type of animals, herds that are having an effect on the earth and it's spinning around. Unreal, unbelievable. But that's what was said. And so we probably already off when it comes to time, the regular type of time, period. So with this daylight saving thing, what they say, when man make plans, God laugh. Look, You might want to leave that to the master about the time thing. Leave it alone. Trying to save time, trying to do that, it's not gonna work. See? When it's your time, whether you go an hour before or an hour later, it won't matter.
Hey, you muted, man.
Muted, man.
Go on and give it to us, man. Raw and uncut. Go on and give it to us, man.
I don't know about the time change as far as them changing time. All I can say to it is of all the things that this country is worried about and issues that we have right now going on in the world, the only thing that Congress could get together on is dang on daylight savings time.
Right.
We couldn't figure nothing else out.
Get him.
Nothing else. Nothing. And they stand around, people are cheering and clapping. And don't get it twisted. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably should have did this a while ago. I think they did do this a while ago. I think they did it like temporarily while President George W. Bush was in at a certain point. That being said, of all the things that America is worried about, this is the big success.
Right.
We figured out that we want daylight savings time to stay. That's what we came up with.
That's the grand finale, huh?
That's the grand finale. Gas prices through the roof, food going up.
Gas prices outrageous.
Toilet paper, $20 like
pay, but I do. $9 a gallon, y'all. This SUV is killing me.
Man, that's all every
Man, that's the issue, man. They should be talking about, man. Don't nobody care about no daylight saving time, man. See, now this is my January 6th right here, Jay. This is my January 6th.
I would have took that. I would have took
I'm
that.
driving up, going to Georgia, Ocala at $4.44. $4.44. That means I can't even buy no Snicker. I can't. I got the dry mile. I got the cotton mile driving because I got to rearrange my budget now. And now, hey, I'm shout out to Nikki Freed. She running for governor for the state of Florida, man. Shout out to her, man. She said, listen, just take the state taxes off the gas and it's going to bring it down. So shout out to her for, having the wherewithal to throw that out there to help us out a little bit, man. But $4?
Right.
Come on, man. $4? Come on, man. Y'all about to get me with the January 6th people, man.
God,
about
to climb the walls.
Yeah, man.
He's finna charge the Capitol with a pitchfork.
Hey, look, I gotta go there on my bicycle or gotta go get me a horse, man. The gas.
Man, if y'all haven't seen Earthquake, new stand-up produced by Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta check it out. Right what we're talking about, this dude hitting on it hard. And you know how Earthquake get down.
Right.
Yeah, the comedian, yeah.
Also a fellow veteran as well.
Yeah,
Right. Sure is.
Yeah.
But now you got toilet tissue, $20. Where they do that at, man? We talking about paper.
Woo, boy, that's a hard decision, boy. It's like, look, am I gonna eat?
Listen, I'm gonna eat.
It ain't no hard decision. Now.
Right, it ain't hard at all.
It
ain't hard at all, man. That's why I got this water in here, man.
Yeah, if you walk around here with the icky boot, man, you gotta eat.
Boy, yeah, that's gonna itch when it dries, boy.
Right. Them days over with, man. Them days over with. I remember being a young boy about 7, 8 years old. You gotta do the best you can, man. Like, man, why my booty itching?
Because it's tough full of crap.
Right.
if the toilet paper $20, how much is the wet wipe?
Yeah,
Well,
I pay the $5 for them, man. I pay the $5 for them, man.
you gotta get them wet wipes, boy.
Yeah, you got to them lifesavers.
You've been in the military, you've been in NTC, you've been anywhere in the Middle East, you've been to JRTC. You know, that monkey butt ain't no joke.
Hey,
you go out there with that dry green wrap toilet paper, just that alone, and don't invest in no baby wipe, boy, you gonna have the monkey butt.
Trouble.
Sponsors.
You gonna have it, boy.
We got you.
Them BDUs wouldn't fit you the same, boy.
No. Wet wipe, we need a sponsor. Come on, holla at us. Holla at us.
Man.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Hey, so fella, look, now we were gonna touch on the China, Russia, you know. So what I want to do, man, I want to switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do 1 minute. Let's talk about China, Russia, because I'm finna hit y'all with a curveball, okay?
I mean,
1 minute, let's talk about China, Russia, man. What's your take on it? Jay, you go first, man. 1 minute, go.
I got you in 30 seconds. I mean, ain't too much has changed. They've been working with each other for a while now, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they working together and trying to help each other out. They have some of the same values and views, and it's been like that for a minute. There's no surprise to me. They've been working together for a long time. You can go all the way back to the Korean War and see how long Russia and China's been working together. So I'm not surprised. What you got on it? What's your take?
And I really feel in the pit of my heart that China is watching this whole thing and rubbing their hands together like damn Birdman. Because he's looking at what he can get from Russia, and he knows the U.S. needs him to stay out of this, regardless of our threats, and he can get some from the U.S. I mean, they like, okay, y'all bid, what you gonna give it? I think he in that position. I think they feel they in that position. Because, I mean, you know, what we doing to Russia could hurt them, but it won't hurt them so bad if China does give in. So I think they just trying to see what they can get, man. They the instigators. Yeah, you mute.
Again, I don't know why I'm doing that. But China says that United States is misinformed about what's going on. You know, so
no.
The whole world is misinformed in, except for
right.
But to clear that up, China.
Right. We listen. We don't even want to even talk about that.
Hey,
I don't want to
real quick.
My cell phone off.
Real quick, I just want to say Russia getting their butt kicked, man. I told before they went in there, they was gonna be like stepping in a fire ant bed and flip flop. Maybe you'll win in the end, maybe, but you're getting your butt whooped. Right. I'm watching too. You're getting your butt whooped, but that's it.
Right. Throw in the towel.
I know they said y'all was number 2, but y'all really do look like number 2.
Right.
Right.
Y'all not number 2. You need to invest in some wipes.
Y'all need to talk to them people over there in that country.
Right.
Don't make no more threats to us unless you're talking to them.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Right. They can't. They listen. They can't come do what Georgia did to Alabama now. No, ain't none of that. They ain't no Georgia. We the real Georgia. We the real ones, okay?
That's why I got my shirt on to celebrate the first time. Okay, we did get one in there, but we needed to pick one.
Hey, what? I had to throw that one in there, man. You know, when you're the champ, man, sometimes you just got to throw the jab when you can.
Hey, you gonna be jabbing all year.
Oh,
so,
man.
We might as well get used to it. My man gonna be throwing them haymakers.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, until something changes, he's gonna be throwing them haymakers all year.
Man, they killed him.
Coming out the wood.
Might go.
Oh man, on over there.
Oh, there you come. Here you come.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, I'm back. All right. So, all right. So he go to curveball, man. The curveball had a little technical difference. He go to curveball, man. Deshaun Watson.
Oh man, come on to the Seahawks, man, and just chill, man. Just chill out.
He already signed.
Oh, he signed.
Signed with Cleveland. 5 years, $230 million, $80 million just for signing his name, guaranteed.
I read an old article. Damn.
Yeah. Man, what they gonna do with Baker Mayfield? He's so good.
Hey man, Baker going down there with the Dolphins, man. He finna go and fight Tua.
Oh man,
he ain't better than Tua.
Yeah, or he going to the Falcons, you know.
I'm saying, I mean, if you the owner down there, and you like, okay, Tua, Baker. I take my chances with Tua. At least I know,
man,
he's gonna show up. He gonna try to do something, and maybe with the new system, Tua might be all right.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think that dude in Arizona might want to switch.
Now listen,
Arizona?
If that dude come to Miami, then I'm keeping my season tickets.
Okay. I tell you what, I think if you put Tua over there, Tua would be the better other quarterback.
Well, in Arizona?
Yeah. He ain't gonna be doing all this extra.
I don't know, man. Tua ain't got no arm like Buddy out there, man. Buddy got an arm out there, man.
Tua needs to run more. Buddy can run.
Yeah,
that was Buddy.
Oh, but you know, Tua, I think. Did he play the Georgia Bulldog and got his hip knocked loose? Was it Georgia Bulldog that knocked his hip loose, man? I remember he had to go out for a half, man.
Somebody got, was it?
I think it was it Ole Miss? LSU?
No, it was it might have been South Carolina or somebody.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Mississippi State. Yeah, somebody came in there, and I mean, they did the ooh-wee with my boy. Woof.
Yeah, he can't run, man. You get that artificial hip, man. Running? Nah, homeboy. I'm about to take this sack.
I'm telling you, if you put him in the system, I think that Kingsbury might be good for him. Put him in the system like that, because I don't think they catered anything to him. I think he was running the same crap that old boy went down there to Tennessee was running, and it didn't do him no good. And then now he down there in Tennessee, he look halfway decent. What's his name?
That cause he got Derrick Henry.
What Derrick Henry boy got? Oh,
so he get to throw the ball 1-on-1, no zone, no nothing.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, get him some help. Shoot, everybody. If you got to throw the ball 40, 50 times, and your first couple years in the league, you're not gonna look good unless you. I mean, even Peyton Manning didn't look good throwing it 40, 50 times in the first couple of seasons.
Right.
It was looking rough at first. You like, well, I know he got the talent, but damn, boy, he throwing some picks out this mud. What?
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. So, but now, Deshaun got 22 cases. He beat the criminal. Now he got the 22 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna eat through that 80 mil.
Dang.
So let me ask y'all this, and then we'll leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pay them to get rid of them, or would you fight all of them?
If I didn't do anything, I'm fighting them. If I didn't do nothing wrong, I'm fighting them. I'm fighting tooth and nail. We got to figure this out. Now, if he did something, that's different. And it's 22 cases.
Right.
Out of nowhere, 22 cases. 22.
But listen, my dog said, listen, when you got it and you can throw it over your shoulder, like sometimes it just got a mind of its own.
But you don't want that reputation. You're like, that hanging over you. If you didn't do it, I'm going to tell Deshaun, man, look, whatever, even things that might implement you in something else that you trying to hold out, whatever help you tell the truth. That if that's the truth, you didn't do, you ain't had nothing to do with this. Don't admit to something like that, because that's empowering people and encouraging folks to do something they ain't got no business doing. Like just putting that on people because they got money. Fight that. If you are innocent, fight that. Yeah.
And I think that's what he's doing. He don't feel he did anything wrong. My advice would, and that's to all NFL players, man. Man, find you. I advise all of them. Man, go back and find your coach that you can trust.
Right.
Whether he was in Pop Warner, he was in middle school, he was in high school, he was in college. Go find your coach that can trust and put him on your team, man. Because he gonna make sure that you don't get steered the wrong way. I think that's what a lot of these guys where they mess up at, man. You had coaches along the way that have helped you out, man. Go back and reach out to them guys. Make sure them guys are part of your team, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you, if he had a coach in his life, he wouldn't, like, hey, man, listen, I understand the thing, so let's go find somebody that can dress up and do all this for you. But I think, good coach would have worked it out for him, So
I think
some strong support. Yeah.
If you're gonna, because all these cases, from what I read, maybe I'm wrong, but stem from masseuses, right?
Right, all of them.
So just get a masseuse on your team and call it a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way you don't bring nobody new into the circle that could cause confusion or whatever. If you didn't do anything, now you don't have nobody. Can't nobody come in and say nothing crazy.
Right.
You got somebody been on the team for years. Y'all got an understanding of, however you like to be massaged, whatever the case may be, you got that as clear upfront contract, good, done. You ain't got to worry about it. Hope you got that in Cleveland because you're going to need it. Y'all going to have to figure something out quick.
Right. Here there with my dog. Here there with two of my dogs now. Nick Chubb, George Bush. And then shout out to Dearness Johnson, Slow Grind, Redwood, Mockley. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Georgia having a real good year, boy. I'll tell you what, boy. You got Stafford that won the title, got a Super Bowl ring out here.
Man,
the Braves. Don't forget about the Braves, man.
The Braves
won the World Series.
Why y'all let Freddie Freeman go? Never mind, because we're gonna be talking forever.
Yeah. All right, so look, fella, hit y'all that last one. All right. The game went on Drink Champs, and he said that he is better than Eminem. Okay. And Noriega looked like he almost fell out his chair. And then the game started breaking it down for him, man. So I'm asking y'all, man, and we all, were real big in the hip hop when the game was at his peak, and when Eminem was at his peak. Who y'all think is better, man?
Well, Eminem had, in my opinion, Eminem had like two careers. You know what I'm saying? He had when he first came out, when he was really, just trying to like shock, trying to shock people and doing that. And then you had later on where you really, he had some lyrics. You was like, damn, I've been sleeping on this dude the whole time. So, I mean, if you're talking about the Eminem that we've come to know, then it's not even a question, man. It's not. Look, I hope he does think he's better than him in his own mind. But
so what you saying is that Dr. Dre carried Eminem in the beginning of his career. That's what you saying.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I said
hold on. Well, ain't that what you said? You just said in the beginning.
In his beginning, to me, he wasn't that good. It wasn't. I didn't agree. I didn't connect. There you go. I did not connect with his music, first couple of albums. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
That's a better way to put it. I thought, and I still kind of think this too. That's not like well, let's go back to the Source. Remember the Source, and they would give you 5 mics if you album had a better album and this and this and that. If we was going on that, I would say those first few albums, even though Mr. Marshall Mathers believes he should have got 5 mics back then, I don't think so. Now his later music, yeah, okay, yeah, I could say, yeah, he deserved 5 mics. But them first few albums, man, I mean, I think it was probably maybe 1 or 2 tracks on each one that I was like, oh, okay. But the rest of that stuff, that's what.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I agree. I mean, I was entertained by it. I was entertained by Eminem when it first came out. And matter of fact, someone called and told me about this. What's that first song I heard? Hi, my name is
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't put him in that category with people like Game and competitive type rap and stuff like that. It was entertaining though. I liked it. It was cool. And then it was also interesting. I was like, Dr. Dre's, brought him out. I'm like, okay. And yeah, then he eventually came out and like, yeah, I was one of the ones that was sleeping on him. Like, okay, yeah, this dude going hard now, no more of the funny business, too much of that, he got tough on him. Now, as far as him in the game, and I like the game, I put it like this. I'll tell you how the game could actually compete and give him a run for his money if he's changed the dynamic. Because I have certain moments to where I'm in a Eminem type mood, but then that's a temporary moment. But I have more moments to where I'm in a game type mood, and that's just how I feel, But if you're gonna put them together, rap, if they make it rap for rap type deal, lyrically, Eminem's you're gonna snuff him out. But if he can keep it gangster,
y'all.
If he can keep it gangster, the game could give him a run for his money,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When it comes to Eminem, I can't name you 3 Eminem songs.
Yeah.
The only one I know is the one where Eminem was in 8 Mile. My name is, and man, that's it, man. I've just never been a big Eminem like fan, because you're right. His rap style was more like Ludacris style. Like you could probably put him in Ludacris, And so then when he changed over, like I don't think he's nowhere near the artist that Kendrick Lamar is. Like I don't think he's nowhere near the artist he is.
Yeah.
I just think that Eminem has been able to cross over.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got a great crossover.
He didn't have to cross over.
Well, he brought his fans with him, but he had to cross over to us. And that's what Dre come in. That's what Dre come in. Dre kicked that door down. Dre gave him. Dre said, "Hey man, you certified." Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Dre carried him. Dre said, "Hey man, listen, this dude coming in with me, man, and he's certified. He gangster, y'all." Nah, did he back it up? Yeah, he did a great job. But when you talking about artists like that, I'm just gonna put in and I'm just gonna listen to. I've been fell asleep on Eminem stuff, man. I just don't fell asleep. But now you give me some Kendrick Lamar, man, let's ride.
Yeah.
You give me some Game, and I like Game better with 50 Cent and when him and 50 first split. I like that Game.
Right.
Now that game there, I like that game.
Because he had half a 52nd album, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Right. That game, man,
So who cares who?
Are you talking about the Game and 50?
Yeah, man. Somebody gave up some songs so that his album would be really good. Wonder who that was.
Okay. Oh, 50 gave it.
Oh, you saying the 50 gave up songs for Game or the Game gave up songs for 50?
No, 50 gave up songs for Game. When he joined Junior, he put him on a game record. So there's a couple of really hot tracks on that first album that she was like, damn, Game did this. And it was supposed to be on 50's album. He gave it to him so he blow up. So G Unit would be bigger. And then,
so like that song, Hate It or Love It.
Yeah, Hate It or Love It, on the dogs on top. Yeah. So, but that was a business move. So he would get paid 3 times.
Yeah. Right. That was okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, if we talking about you talking about M, right?
Right.
And the dude put you on over here, gave you some records to put on your album.
Right, but now I'm finna get. But that was still Dr. Dre's. Them still Dre beats. So Dre winning regardless.
Them beats was hell.
Dre winning regardless.
Right.
Them beats was hell.
How you even up here? You ain't even. Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I got
yeah. All right. So let me ask you this. All right. We on a trip. We're going to Colorado.
Oh,
you can only pick the Game or Eminem. You ride two on the whole trip, man. Who you riding with?
That ain't enough music.
Okay, ain't lying. God, that's 24-hour drive.
That ain't enough music.
But if just to play along, I would have to say the Game because I can only listen to, and I like Eminem. I can only listen to so much Eminem. It's like, like, all right. And Eminem the same way as I feel like Drake. I like Drake. I love a lot of his music, but I can't listen to him back to back. It's like, mix that up or something. The Game, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question truthfully. All right, so I gotta choose between the Game and M, right?
Right.
I'm gonna pick the old Kanye West back when he first came.
Hey, I pick him too, man. I pick that first album, College Dropout. Give me College Dropout all day, man. I'm with you on that.
I'm good, man.
College Dropout was jumping.
Yeah. Everything up until Dark Fantasy, I'm good. Go ahead.
Right.
I got enough music to ride. So.
Matter of fact, Kanye and the Game got a song out, and it's featuring Kanye. And it's got that mix of Eazy-E song. He once was a thug from around the way. Easy. Yeah, it's got that mix in there. And so the Game is like, my life was never, and then it kicks in easy.
Okay. I gotta go check it out now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty tight though.
Okay.
I gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Well, since you say that, the Game, we're good. I'm good.
Hey man, so we getting the Game 3 mics over here, man. The Game get 3 mics. Eminem got 0. Sorry, M, man. You know, maybe you can come on the show, man, and you know.
And Source, y'all still owe Outcast like 10 mics. I'm just saying.
Right.
I agree.
There was a whole Outkast before they crossed over that didn't get the respect they deserve. I'm just saying.
Man, it was in a coma on damn Outkast. I was jamming.
Right. All right, fella, we're gonna have to shut it down, man. We got like a minute and a half, man. They're gonna shut us down, man. So hey, shout out to y'all got any last shout out? 15 seconds.
I'm good.
Nothing. Hey man, I want to shout out to all our viewers, man. Please hit that like button, that share button. Please subscribe. Make sure you send it to at least 10 friends a day, man. Get us on this thing, man, so we can keep climbing the charts, man. So God bless you, and we love you. Might not have enough time to get it out.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work.